It's out of the way. Here, let me stand up on this.
There you
go. Most tackles in NFL history without getting tackled. Oh, excuse me, guys. Excuse me.
Hey, Jason, can you lower that just in here?
Yeah, I can cut it off.
See, the guy doesn't score a touchdown for a week, and he's yesterday's. Jordy, how do you go from the obvious emotion that went into Monday night and sort of the finality of that whole thing to carry that over? And, oh yeah, we still have one more game to go. You know?
That's very true. You know, there's a lot built into this last week and possibly being the last home game. So you just have to refocus. I think that'll take place today and tomorrow. Obviously, once we dive into Kansas City and you see that, and obviously you know what's at stake on Sunday. So obviously not much for us, but you know we can make things a little bit different in the playoff picture and see what happens and go out and play in a great environment and win another game.
So Derek was talking about maybe it took a little while for you guys to build the chemistry that you have with the last few weeks. It's obviously been there. What's been the difference for you that you've seen?
It's just time. I mean, it takes time, and nothing happens overnight, and so we just continue to work at it. And it's chemistry, it's confidence, and both me and him and me and everything else. So it just takes time. So there's nothing I was worried about throughout the whole process, and you just gonna continue to work at it.
How does that show up on the field when you guys are when that chemistry happens?
I think it comes down to making plays. I think with any quarterback, if you make some plays, and obviously the confidence grows, and you get more opportunities. So it's just a feel thing, and it all runs together.
Yeah, you're pretty stoic when it comes to dealing with stuff. You seem like you're pretty even-keeled. As the season was going on and you weren't catching a lot of balls and your knee was bugging you, was there ever a point where you were thinking, all right, maybe I'm getting towards the end, or did you feel, no, I got a lot to get?
Well, I already know I'm towards the end. This is year 11, so I mean, there's no denying that. Some of those guys want to play till they're 40 is not me. So. No, it's football. There's the ups and the downs and everything. So you just stay true to yourself, stay to the course, continue to work every week in practice, and again, it eventually turns over. So nothing changes.
Do you know as you stand here today that you'll be playing next year? You plan to?
I plan to. So yeah. That's not always the player's decision. So yeah, that's the plan. We've enjoyed our time out here so far and enjoyed being a team and, starting the rebuilding process and being a part of that. So, I believe that's the plan.
I asked Derek this, but I'm curious to get your take. You guys are 3-3 in your last 6. So if you win Sunday, you finish 4-3 and 7, which in the NFL is not bad. Is there some, how much personal pride do you take in the possibility of taking what it looked like 7 weeks ago and then coming back and winning 4 of your last 7 and kind of finishing up?
I think a lot of guys should take a lot of pride in that. It's hard to do. You can get in a lull and just wish for the season to go by and not really worry about it. But there's a lot of guys that have stay true to the course and take a lot of pride in their performance and have gotten a little bit of taste of it. And once you get a taste of the victory and playing well and that success and the fun that it is, as much fun as you try to have playing football, if you ain't winning, it's not that much fun. So that's a lot of fun. And you can look back on that, and that can be some momentum going into next year, and the confidence that these young guys and the experience these young guys are getting will be huge.
You mentioned starting the process here. I'm guessing or maybe that wasn't exactly what you were expecting when you signed you, but did you at all during the season have to sort of readjust the way you view this season and next? Just your time?
Well, I don't think that's anyone's plan at the beginning of the year. So I think you have to adjust and. Again, nothing changes. I mean, you still come in and do your job, no matter who it is that's around you or who you're with. So, just continue to work, and like I said, stay true to yourself. That's all you can do. You can learned a long time ago. You can control what you can control. If you worry about all the uncontrollables and things that you don't have any control over, then you're gonna be stressed out and miserable. So, it's all about the effort you put into the game plan, the effort you put into practice and game day, and then the results will come.
Was there a time where you ever did worry about stuff that you shouldn't be worrying about, or was it something you've
I think everyone when you're younger you do. You read a lot, you look at a lot of things, you worry about different things, and I don't know what worrying does for anyone. So it's gonna happen the way it's gonna happen if no one else is controlling it. So you just again control what you can control, be prepared, go out and execute, and at the end of the day, if you do that, then you'll be satisfied with what happened.
Was that a gradual thing, or was there like one event or one year that you sort of put things aside and said, all right, this is the way I'm going to.
I think it's gradual. I think it's still, it's still probably a work in progress because, you probably get too comfortable and you're like, all right, I got this under control. Let's start worrying about something else. And then, a couple years ago when I blew out my knee, there's nothing you can do about that. You jump up, you catch a ball, you come down, your ACL blows out. So there's no reason to pout and be all down about that. So there's always different events probably every year that you deal with that kind of refocus you to just focus on what you can control and move forward.
Is there an aspect of that, helping the start the rebuild here that appeals to you or that you enjoy?
Yeah, just diving into these young guys. Having conversations with Marcel on the sideline about different things because, again, it's one thing to know the play, it's one thing to know your route, but to understand what all is going on and what your purpose is in that concept and that play. So it's just helping these young guys. That's, I think, where you leave your legacy the most is what the guys do after you're gone and what they'll say about you, but also what they learn from you. If it's by talking to them or if it's just by practicing and playing and them watching. So I don't do too much talking, but every once in a while you can give some tidbits and just help them out, and hopefully they'll help them have a long career.
Who was your guy in Green Bay?
Oh my goodness, I had a bunch of them. I came into an incredible room with Donald Driver and Greg Jennings and James Jones. Ravel Martin's another guy that a lot of people don't know about, but just veterans that went to work, and we had a lot of fun. But we worked when it was time to work. If it was on the practice field, when it was time to go make plays in a game, and because when I came into the league, I'd only played receiver for 3 years, so I had a lot of studying to do, just watching them. And it's the same way. Those guys didn't talk that much, but you watched. Donald never missed practice, never missed a game, and a guy that's going into 12, 13, 14 years at that time, it's one of those where you see some guys that, hey, coach, give me a day. I don't want to go. But you realize the moment you do that, someone's going to take your spot and make a play, then you'll be headed home. But those guys did a lot for me, and then that's what I tried to pass down to Randall and Devontae and then Green Bay now, and then these guys here.
Thanks, guys. Hey, appreciate it.
Thanks, Jordy. Appreciate it.